Hey everybody, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 22nd of November and we are now live in New York session over here. So let's get started. Let's just quickly analyze GBP because it's making some moves over here and I don't want to miss any trade in GBP because all the previous week was just a shitty week for me and it's the worst week I had. So I didn't had big losses, but there were losses. So if I go to 30 minutes, 30 minutes will be closing in 11 minutes and we cannot take a trade over here because the thing is this wick has a huge and heavy rejection from this area. So that's why I have marked this level in the 15 minutes over here. So I want this 15-minute candle to close first to execute any kind of a trade in JPY because uh, all these victory rejections and this huge victory rejections happened over this area. So there is another chance today that market might reject this area and come down all the way and can reject this area over here. So that will be a trap for the traders, so I'm gonna stay out of that even though I missed the trade. So this is a zone for me, resistance zone for me, above which I can trade buys, but right now it's nothing for me, no confirmations, nothing. Sorry. So we have this huge clean range to the left. So this can be the potential target over here if this candle closes above this area, and this is around 35 pips of range, which is pretty good. So let's just do one thing. Let's just go to the higher time frames and see what kind of a thing market is actually doing right now. So if we talk about monthly over here, let me just remove everything. We have around 11 minutes left. So what's happening over here is in the monthly time frame, the previous month's candle closed above this area over here, okay, and the current month's candle it's coming down and now it's rejecting this area, right? So this might be just a retracement between the candle, and it might retrace back to fill this whole wick and finally move down. So that can also be the case because we have on the other side, if this candle flips back, like we have now 8 days left for this month to close, which also means that the probability of moving all the way up and breaking its own high and move up is really low because we are talking about the monthly time frame over here. So to move up, this candle should be having almost around 15 to 20 days to move all the way up and make its move, because this will look really not good over here, like if this candle reverses back, and I don't think that the probability is high of that thing. So what I can say is this becomes a fake out. Then if this becomes the fake out, then the market can move down over here in the next month possibly. Or okay, let's do one thing, let's just go to weekly. Let's see. So now over here, weekly time frame has created a fake out over here, and this candle broke the low, like this becomes the resistance and this becomes a rejection candle over here. And this, when this candle wicked up a little bit and broke the low of the previous week's candle, it went all the way down, which shows this that this is another strong resistance over here. And then overall this becomes a fake out, this came down, then we had a weak doji candle over here, like doji candle over here, weak bearish candle you can say. And after that, the previous week's candle was also a weak rejection candle over here, and it rejected these wicks over here, which also means that, and it closed like a extremely weak bullish candle, which also means that the current week's candle can possibly move up, fill this big wick a little bit, and then it will reject these higher prices. And after that, when it rejects these higher prices, it will go all the way down, breaking the previous week's low, and then it will continue to move down to fill this clean candle over here, which means the overall trend for GBP JPY is sells for me personally. Like, it can go up a little bit, like to fill this wick over here, but we don't know what will be the exact point where this candle can move towards to. But once it starts to move down, then I'm sure that this will be going all the way down to fill this clean range candle. So this is the idea for GBP JPY in weekly. Let me just put a line over here on the previous week's low. Now I'm gonna go to daily over here, and I'm gonna see what daily time frame is doing exactly. So yeah, the daily time frame, the Friday candle over here went all the way down, but rejected these lower prices and retraced back up and closed there. So now today's candle has moved up, and now it's kind of showing some rejection over here, and once it starts to go down, like it's going down right now, we will just see that. Oh, I think there is a huge downward movement at this point. Let me just go to 30 minutes. Okay, not yet. So let's go back to daily. We still got around 6 minutes left, so let's complete our analysis over here. So what's happening over here is today's candle is now created a higher wick and now reversing back. So once it breaks its own low, it should be going all the way down, and I'm gonna mark its low over here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is perfect over here. So now we have a a resistance over here. Okay, and market is coming back down. Like, we had this resistance over here, market went up, broke above, and but it failed to sustain its price above. So this candle finally came down. That means this becomes a fake out. Now this candle is going up, tested these wicks over here, and now rejecting the same area. So there should be a very strong probability that today's daily candle will be pushing all the way down, filling the wick of the Friday's candle, and finally reach this level over here. I strongly believe that, and below this area we have a good clean range to take care of, and market can possibly go more down, which we have discussed in the weekly. So this will make total sense once this candle breaks its own low and starts to move down. So now weekly is bearish for me, daily is bearish for me. Now I'm gonna go to 4 hours. Look, this is how you should be switching between the time frames and tell yourself a story that what's basically happening inside the market. Because if the more probability is sells in the market, then there's no point of taking buys or looking for buys in that market. Look, you can possibly take the counter trend trades, but the thing is, counter trend trades are really dangerous sometimes because you are trading against the trend. And I think this whole shit was happening the last week, and the last week candle was just a garbage candle for me. I don't know for like anybody else, but according to me, last week was the worst week for my this entire trading career. So because last week what was happening, there was no losses, no big losses. The problem was the market wasn't moving anywhere. Like, if it was moving somewhere, then the retracement is really high, and we were getting stopped out every time. But anyways, this is part of the work, so let's just hope that I'm gonna get a good week in this week. Okay, so if I talk about 4 hour over here, then now look, as we are switching to the lower time frames, the information is increasing and the confusion thing is also increasing in the lower time frames. So right now what's happening over here is this candle came all the way down, next candle went down, it got a rejection, it went a little bit up, like consolidations move over here, and we can say that this is just a retracement. And if this was just a retracement and the current 4 candle has created a higher wick, still got 2 hours left to close, that means it can possibly move down, break its own low, and then this low finally, which is the daily low. Okay, D1 low from Friday, and this is the W1 low from weekly. And it can possibly move down, fill this clean candle, and then fill this wick. But how can we catch this move? We cannot catch this trade in the 4 hour. The stops will be really high. So I'm not gonna mark any kind of information in the 4 hour because we already had some information from the higher time frame. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to 1 hour. Okay. So now I'm gonna possibly mark my levels and by looking at the 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 45 minutes. Yes. So now we have a clean range above this area. We know that. Okay, fine. But we do have some problems in this area. Okay, so possibly market can go down and reject this wick, which I don't want to get trapped into. So I'm gonna switch to 45 minutes because I have seen what 1 hour is exactly doing. So by looking at the 45 minutes, I can say that 45 minute is more clear than the 1 hour. So if I take a trade in the 45 minutes, then it will be a good trade to take. So now I have seen 1 hour, I have seen 45 minutes. We have this clean range. We don't have any problem. But if the candle closes below this area, then we have a surely downward move. And we don't have any problem in this wick area because the candle is itself closing below these bodies. And if we look at the 30 minutes, 30 minutes is also good. Yeah, it's also good. We have this clean range. We have some problem over here, but that can be resolved by looking on the 45-minute time frame. And after this we have 15 minutes. Yeah, no trade in 15 minutes will be taken by me because we have problem over here. The thing I can do is I can wait for a candle to close below this area. We have 30 pips of range, still 30 pips of range. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this 15 minutes over here, and I'm gonna go to 30 minutes. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at the 15 and the 30 minutes because now I don't have to look at the 45 minutes because 15 minutes is working like 45-minute candle because it works like similar. So that's why. So I'm gonna mark these levels over here so that I can see what exactly happening in the market. Okay, so I'm gonna mark the levels now. So this is the level in 45 minutes, yeah, or 30 minutes. What the hell? Oh, this was the level in daily, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna label these levels so that I can know this is daily low. Hey George, good morning, buddy. Dagby is saying, hi, no buy trade even closing above 153.51, only sales. Did you change your way of trading both biases, whichever comes first? No, Dagby. Actually, the thing is, the chances of sells are really, really high as compared to buys over here. So that's the only reason. But in case the market starts to settle down above 153.501, or if we talk about 15 minutes, then 153.608, then I will obviously take buy trades because we have this clean range. But I'm going to be very, very careful because I know market can go up quickly and come down quickly, because that will be the retracement of the previous week's candle. So that I'm going to keep in my mind. It's not that I'm going to just trade sells. I will trade according to the market only. So this was the low in 15 minutes. I'm gonna mark. And this is the weekly low. So now I have marked my lows over here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark my trade entry levels. So the number one level is buys above this area. And I'm gonna write it down. And this is no trade zone. This magnet key you're talking about? I think yes. Magnet mode is on. Drawing anchors will be snapped to do. Okay, perfect. I get it. No, it's all right over here. I know what are the levels over here. Okay, let's just try that thing. How to use this? I think I need to drag it. Strong magnet, weak magnet. Oh, okay. Now it's working. Yeah. Okay, now I get it. Yes. I get it. We really have some good tools over here on TradingView. Yeah, I just marked this level over here with the help of magnet. Nice tool. So let's move ahead over here and let's mark our trading levels. So this is no trade zone, buys above this area. This is the 4-hour low, and sells below this area over here. So this is another area for me. So let's go back to 15 minutes. 15 minutes, this is 45 minutes. So this trade will be based on 45 minutes or 15 minutes if we talk about sells. Why? Because we have problem in the 15 minutes, and we don't have problem in 30 minutes and 45 minutes. So this trade will be based on 30 minutes and 45 minutes. I'm gonna look at both the time frames, and I'm gonna be very careful when the market reaches this level. And this will be the potential targets. Let's just drop this. Yeah. So labeling has been done, and just one thing left over here. Sells below this area. So now the market is really clear for me in GBP, and that's just because I have, figured out the market in all the time frames together. Hey Saransh, how are you, buddy? EuroCAD is also setting up now for sales. Okay, let's just go to EuroCAD as well. Let's see. I think we got a big drop over here at EuroCAD. I think in EuroCAD sales can be below this area. Let me just check the range. Yeah, the range is good. Actually, it's pretty good. The range is pretty good in EuroCAD. 15 minutes. Oh. This is also a good range in 15 minutes. Let's see the 45 minutes. And the best range is 15 and 30 minutes. So this will be the area below which we can take cells below this area, but for that I need a 15-minute candle to close below this area. After that I can take cells, and we have this green candle to cover up, so I think the market can go to this level. And this range is about 17-18 pips. And yes, the market is sells over here. I'm gonna check the high time frames, but later on. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's just complete our analysis in the EuroCAD and see what's happening basically. So this is the monthly. Monthly really looks bearish to me because look here. The previous month's candle went all the way down, closed below this area. Okay, and this candle went all the way up, grabbed liquidity from this area over here, and reversed all the way back. Rejection wick created, and top wick created. So and now this candle broke the low and went all the way down. Now rejecting all the way back. So we still got 8 days, so that means it can really move down in the next 8 days. That means this week. And potential targets will be this area. So now we know monthly is sells, and let's go to weekly. Okay, so over here we have a green range in weekly to this area. Okay, now let's just, we have clean range, this is a clean range. So now this was the consolidation happening in EuroCAD, and the previous week's candle went all the way down, closed over here with a rejection wick, but it closed below these bodies, these areas. Okay, and the current week's candle went up, and now it's going all the way down. But the way this candle open area, open price was above the close of the previous week's candle, sometimes I have seen that this reverses back and moves up, but let's see. For me, EuroCAD is also sells. So this is the weekly low. Let's just use this tool. Okay, so this is the weekly low over here, and let's go now to daily. Okay, daily also looks sells to me. It went down for retracement. It retraced back over here from this area. Let me just draw over here a zone. Well, actually I don't need a zone over here. This is fine. So now it can go down to fill this clean range, because today's candle broke the low of the Friday's candle low. So there is a very high possibility that this can move down to this area. So now daily is also sells. 4 hour, yeah, 4 hour is also sells over here, because market went up, broke above this area, went all the way up, grabbed liquidity, now coming back all the way down, and it broke below this support over here. Now it's stabilizing its price below this area, and the previous candle was a weak bullish candle, and the current 4 hour candle is moving all the way down. So with volume it can break the low of the previous 4 hour candle and move all the way down to this level over here. So I think it should be also moving down, and we have also analyzed that EuroCAD will be moving in cells. So let's go and look at the daily for a minute. Okay, so daily also, this is the daily low, and the current candle broke the low. Let's go now to back to 15 minutes. So today's candle over here broke and closed below the daily's low of the Friday, but they didn't continue to move down. The broke and close was not enough for it, right? And right now these candles went all the way down and and broke the low again of the Friday's low, but they failed to maintain their price below. So that's why I need a candle which closed strongly below this area, so that the next 15-minute candle can push the price more down to this level. So that's why this is really important, to close below 1.42394, and that close should be a strong close. So let's wait and watch the market. Also, I have an announcement to make for the new people who are joining the course, and the announcement is whenever there will be a discount available on the course, like whenever there will be a 50% discount, uh, the people who are getting the course for the 50% off, they will not get the news trading EA, and they will not get the fully optimized what do we say indicator, the volume indicator, which has been optimized especially for EuroCAD and GBP. They won't be getting both the things. They will be getting the indicator for sure, but that will not be the optimized one, which is specially optimized for EuroCAD and GBP. But still, people can make good use of that. But especially if you talk about the EA, then they won't be getting any EA. Those who are getting the course in 50% off. So this was the announcement I wanted to make, because those who are taking the course for $300 and those who are taking the course in $150, I had to keep some difference between both. So this is why I decided that I won't be giving that EA with the course especially.